she brought this over. She wants me to tell you the story about how the fact that I just broke.
It's broken.
You didn't, Mikaela.
You did not. Did she just crawl that over to you? I'm crying.
Yes. It tipped out of the car.
Did you put it on the roof like a cup of coffee? What are we talking about? Fell out of the car.
Oh, it's really heavy, so the stem broke off.
Oh.
It can be a little bit challenging to get them replaced.
You're good to go. Good thing you have more than one.
Welcome back to House of Maher, a Wave original. Hop off the chairlift and help yourself to whatever is in the fridge. The Wi-Fi password is boots.
Boots.
All
my ego.
All caps, boots.
Boots.
You should know that we have a few house rules here.
Girls are magic.
Reading is hot.
And so are you. Check us out on YouTube, watch us, subscribe, do all the things. Because today we are chatting with the #1 alpine skier in the world. Also, just a beautiful, gorgeous woman.
Beautiful.
Mikaela Shiffrin.
Woo!
But first, let's get into the group chat. Let's chat about what's happening with us. What's girl newsing with us?
Girl newsing.
What's girl newsing? We're about to head to Hong Kong to watch some rugby.
Hong Kong.
I'm so excited. This will be Adrian and I's second year back there. And you will be attending with us this year, Ilona.
I will.
Ilona.
Yes.
How many times have you been?
This will be my second time.
Second time.
In Hong
so
Kong.
just like us. You're not special.
No, I know.
So
Keep me humble. Thanks, guys.
keeping you humble. What can we
They
say?
can't keep me away, actually.
What are we excited to see? I'm obviously excited to watch the USA girlies do
Excited to
their
watch
thing
the
out
USA
there.
girlies. I'm excited to have a wider variety of food. Last time, obnoxious. We went to a lot of higher end places. We were brought around.
Obnoxious of you, not of what we were brought
Yes,
to. Okay?
yes. To be I only had luxury food last time.
Yeah.
I want more authentic food. I would love to go to just a local dim sum place.
They love
things
goose
like that.
there.
They do.
Hey.
Or is it duck? Is it goose?
Goose, actually.
It's goose.
Maybe I'm wrong,
We ate
but
a
I
lot
think
of
it's
duck
goose.
when we were there, though, I think.
Yeah, you had Peking duck on.
Yeah. Banging.
I have a friend that lives there, Charlie Jacoby, so I get to go see her.
Aww.
It's a really cool place.
Well, I'm excited to travel with you
Yeah.
to a place like this.
I have to see the schedule. I haven't seen any schedule.
Right.
What's happening? What are we doing? Where
It's
am
a
I going?
surprise. It's for
It's a
us to know
surprise?
and you to find out
Yikes.
and get mad at us about. Okay, in other girl news, our friend Allie Riley recently called out that AI is incorrectly reporting history. Specifically, it is incorrectly reporting women's statistics and achievements. So when you look up who has scored the most international goals, some AI reports Cristiano Ronaldo when the correct answer is Christine Sinclair. And I've heard this too before, that because AI is pulling from what is most reported on. So it's obviously most people are talking about that Cristiano has the X amount of goals, that he is the most, the highest scoring men's player. That's talked about apparently more. So AI pulls from that, totally disregarding women. So it just immediately has a learned prejudice because of what we as a society talk about, comment on.
Yeah, checks out that they would be inaccurate for this, because oftentimes people aren't even considering women's achievements. I think there's a viral tennis clip where they're interviewing this male tennis player and be like, how does it feel to have been to have won the most matches? And even the player was like, that's not true.
That's not me.
I think it was Serena Williams.
Yeah.
To
Hot, first of all.
It's just it always happens, and so it's just not surprising that AI is doing it. I think it shows an importance of use AI with a grain of salt, always do your own research.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen that one study where it's most men think they could get a point on Serena Williams?
Yeah, and I am surprised because I'm what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm you work a desk job, you're 30 years old. You think you can score a point on Serena?
Yeah, right. Spooky. What gives them this sense of...
And how do I get it almost,
How do I get some of that?
It's good
just
stuff.
a hint. I don't ever want to be that delusional.
Right.
But just a hint of just the confidence.
Yeah, I hear you.
Wow, I crave it.
What's something you don't think someone could get a point on you in? Ilona, obviously, it's rugby.
Unless you're Portia Woodman.
Or... Unless it's what? What'd you say?
What'd you say?
What'd you
That's
say?
funny. Say it. You should say it.
Unless you're Portia Woodman.
Oh, period.
It's actually true.
What was it? 7, 8?
7 points.
That wasn't...
Seven
Ilona
tries,
was
yeah.
actually covering the
I was pretty
entire
much the only
field
one kind of
there.
trying to stop
That
it.
wasn't on Ilona, though.
But no, every point I was there.
But she was there helping out.
Wait, because you were 12, but she was 13 or something? Or flip-flop?
I was 13. She's a wing.
Yeah.
So she's just slicing through, man. I tried. That's really a good one, actually. actually. Very true.
Ilona, there's a question I've been meaning to ask you, actually. Who's your favorite male athlete?
Oh my God, thank you for asking. I would have to say Jackie Robinson, Babe Ruth, Doug Flutie, maybe.
Whoa. Who's
Wayne
the one
Gretzky?
George Foreman.
George Foreman,
Love his grills. Big fan of his grills.
I just think it's so funny when they do those clips where they're like, who's your favorite athlete to these players? And a lot of them say Serena Williams.
When they ask men.
Where you ask men and they say, you know, who's your favorite female athlete? And they go,
Serena Williams.
Serena Williams. My mom.
Serena
Williams.
My sister.
Which
Serena Williams.
I think Serena Williams was the best athlete in the day. I think it'd be cool now to say some more because there's so many other cool athletes
names
who are up there. But I just think it's so funny that that's like the one they go for.
For $1, name a woman. For $1, name a woman.
Michelle Obama.
Serena Williams. No. So that's why my joke is like, if I'm ever get asked that, I'm gonna say some guy who's just not even. I'm gonna say like Peyton Manning. Like that guy really did something back then because I just think there's so many more we could be saying. Yeah. Like I'm gonna say, you know what, my dad when he started playing rugby in like the 1980s, I think is probably, you know, like that's just
female athletes do not start and stop at Serena Williams.
Yeah, that could be a good thing to ask a male
on a date.
So who's your favorite female athlete?
A good what's that called? Like a Bechdel test or a litmus test? A good litmus test for a date.
Ask them their favorite.
And there's
female.
a wrong answer.
The wrong answer is Serena Williams.
That can be one of them, but I would be like, I'd say, who's your favorite athlete? And then if they say Serena, I'd be like, okay, somebody else besides Serena. And if then they're like,
Simone Biles?
I don't know. What'd you say?
Simone Biles.
Simone Biles?
And another one.
Okay.
I actually haven't heard Simone Biles as often, which that should be up there.
I hear that one a lot, I think.
Okay.
I'll even take Venus Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Honestly. Yeah, could I name a male athlete right now?
Yes, you could.
No.
Yes, you could.
I don't know any.
Name one.
I only support women.
When I was at the Super Bowl, I went to this party and there's a lot of like football players from, I think the Giants were there. And there's this one guy, he's like blonde, he's an attractive guy, young looking. And I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, hey, I'm like, so you play football? He's like, and it's at a Giants party. I was like, you play football? He's like, yeah. I was like, that's awesome, man. What team you play for? Mind you, it's a Giants Scattergoose party. I was like, what team you play for? He's like, the Giants. I was like, sweet, man, sweet. That's awesome.
That's really cool, man.
What position are you? He's
really
like,
cool what they're letting blonde men do these days.
I know. I was like, what position are you? He's like, I'm the quarterback. I'm like, oh, it was Jaxson Dart. No idea. But he knew who I was.
Good on you, Lo. Keep him humble.
No, we were keeping him humble. And then Casey did it as well. She had a football in hand. She was holding a football.
Casey, her friend.
Casey, my friend. And this guy, one of the football players, goes to like take it from her, you know, like goes like this to get the ball. And she's just funny. She's a funny person. She goes, you know ball? And he just...
You know ball?
She said to an NFL player. Jameis Winston said this, you know ball? And he looked at her like... and walked away. And I was like, Casey, that's hilarious.
I'm sorry, you guys are doing more for women's equality.
That was so funny. She told me that story. I'm like, that's the best story I've heard all weekend. We were really this is a party for the Giants, and we're humbling these guys left and right. Like, okay, very cool.
Very cool.
Oh, we're like, you're on. You just no idea what you're up to.
You know, ball is the crazy.
I thought she literally to the guy who like he's a big player, and I was like, Casey, first off, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
If you were to do that to me with a rugby ball, I'd be like, that's so good. Because obviously I know ball. And even if you didn't, hilarious.
And also, like, if that guy actually had a sense of humor, like, he would have probably laughed, right? Like, that's funny. Or do men not like that?
I don't know. I think it was just the environment we were in. This was their space. This was
obsessed with the TV just terrorizing this Giants
party. And we had, like, no idea what was going on. Like,
just there for vibes.
Oh, really cool, man. I did get to meet Fernando Mendoza.
Hey.
Oh, a lovely guy.
Really?
I guess I'd say my favorite athlete is Fernando Mendoza in that sort of area. So lovely, so excited to meet me because sometimes male athletes will meet me and they know me, but try to keep an air of like kind of cool and chill. Like,
I'm an athlete too.
Cool, that's awesome. But he was like, oh, really cool to meet you. I love what you're doing. And, you know, was talking to me. So it was really nice to meet him. Oh. And I've had other great interactions with, you know, male athletes, but he was a great guy.
Oh, I love
that. He
that.
gives me hope for the future.
Yeah.
You know, like, They're still being raised right.
Yes.
Right.
And his beautiful mom and his aunt. Beautiful ladies.
He travels with a female entourage. Love.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't get to meet them, but I love how beautiful they are.
I see that.
And you just know that those sisters are taking care of each other and telling each other,
keeping him.
this is how good you're going to look.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if anybody needs...
If anyone needs Ilona to come humble somebody, you let her know.
Invite her to more NFL
Casey
parties.
and I. Invite me to an NFL party. Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't freaking tell you. My favorite Casey story, I just saw her in Austin. She said, she was like, she's like, I'd recommend the margaritas at this place, but they only allow you to have 2. They're so strong. I was like, okay. She was like, last time I had them, I was supposed to go to my then girlfriend's like slow pitch softball game in the afternoon. I blacked out during the second one, came to coaching the third base without my shoes on. I was sending people home.
I just thought Casey would do. Hilarious. Oh my God. Hilarious.
What a gem. What a gem of a
How do I
person.
pick up coaching softball?
Yeah, right?
Y'all know ball?
Also, it's funnier that you are like Olympic athletes, Olympic rugby players, you know?
The two of
Out
you.
of everyone. Obviously, they don't know that, but
Yeah,
like, that's still.
These guys knew who I was. I think I would have known who it was if I just thought about it like more. He's like, I just remember him, the quarterback. I was like,
You probably had a couple of drinks
and he's like known because he's attractive, he's coiffed with his blonde hair. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I've seen you before.
Damn.
Sorry about that, Jaxson.
Sorry.
Yikes. Love your work.
We're Giants fans.
Throwing
Our dad
ball.
is.
Yeah, we're
Our
Giants
dad's
fans.
a Giants fan.
Yee.
But a Giants fan, so we brought him to an NFL game out here, and they gave him free beer, and he was like, the Giants have never given me free beer. I love the Rams.
The Giants have given a lot of heartbreak.
We had a glory days back in the favorite male athlete, Eli Manning, back in the day, because my dad would be happy when they won.
Thank you, Eli.
Thank you, Eli.
Thanks, Eli.
Is that the doorbell? I think our guest is here.
Our fourth Mars sister today is quite literally the greatest of all time. With 110 World Cup victories, she has more wins than any alpine skier, male or female, in history. She's a 3-time Olympic gold medalist, the only skier to ever win in all 7 disciplines, and she just casually tied the record for the most World Cup overall titles ever. Welcome to the family, the queen of the mountain, Mikaela Shiffrin.
Welcome. Thank you.
How you doing?
Oh, we're doing great, but just living life. Just got back to the U.S. from Europe after 7 months on the road. So I'm happy to be back stateside.
Back stateside, but have you been home yet?
I was
do you have a home?
I have a home. I do have a home in Colorado, and I was there for about 24 hours, dropped off my bags. At one point this season, I had 15 bags. Like when we got to the Olympics and we got all the bags and the gear.
Yeah.
And sent some home after Cortina. But yeah, I traveled home with 12 bags this time around after our season finished, just like literally just the last 4 days. So, Beatrice is in here and she's just like creepily crawling around the floor, so you can't see her, but I think you might be able to see her anyway. So that's just fun. She brought this over. She wants me to tell you the story about how the fact that I just broke.
It's broken.
You didn't it, Mikaela.
You did not. Did she just crawl that over to you? I'm crying.
Yes.
Wait, what happened? Tell us.
It fell. It tipped out of the car. We're on our way to watch What Happens Live. It fell out of the taxi.
Did you put it on the roof like a cup of coffee? What are we talking about?
No. Okay, it's like traveling in this big bag, this like bowling ball, like a bowling duffel thing. I don't know. And we had it packed in with the saran wrap and everything. Not saran wrap. What am I saying? I can't speak either. But like bubble wrap.
Yeah.
With bubble wrap. Yeah. And it fell out, and it's really heavy. So the stem broke off.
Oh my God. And for people watching who might not know, can you explain what exactly that is that broke in your taxi?
This ball. This is the overall globe, and that's like the Super Bowl of skiing. This is probably the most coveted like thing that you can win in alpine ski racing. But this is a trophy. This and obviously that.
Right.
Right. And it broke. It's not the first time that I've broken one.
Right.
But it can be a little bit challenging to get them replaced. So, anyway, we've got this.
You're good to go. Good thing you have more than one.
Honestly, pour a drink into that, get a long straw.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
A couple glass shards.
Yum. Nothing like
Couple
it.
shards of glass. Yeah, no, totally.
Better yet, give it to the city of New York. Let it be their next ball drop ball. You're good to go.
Oh my God.
It's basically
it's just
big.
like shattering. Have you guys seen the videos of like the ASMR videos of like smashing glass and stuff like that?
Where they fill it with different colored liquids.
Yeah,
Like
and like
hydraulic
smash
those
it.
ones?
This would be a real, yes.
Or where people like send glass bottles downstairs.
Yes.
You send the globe down the stairs, see how many stairs it goes until it breaks.
Until it just,
Mikaela, is it true you have reindeer too?
I do have reindeer. I have 9 reindeer.
We heard 9.
They live in Finland.
Can you name them all, or is it just they just kind of exist over there?
Okay. It's Rudolph.
Strong start.
Wow, that's a unique.
Bit on the red
How'd
nose
you
there.
come up with that, Mikaela?
Rudolph was number 1. At the time, I was like 17 or 18, and I was like, I'm like making kids' dreams come true. Like Rudolph the reindeer is real.
Right.
Not that now
You're
they know.
kind of benevolent reindeer owner like that, right?
Yep, absolutely. Rudolph, we have Sven, we have Ingemar, we have Mr. Gru, we have the Lorax, Sunny, Grogu.
Okay.
There's 2 more, but I can't. Winky. Winky was this year.
Okay.
That's named after my mom, her childhood nickname. And then there's one more.
Tell the people while you have these reindeers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. I guess I probably should have just gone right in. Like when you asked about the reindeer, it's like obvious that's the question. So the reindeer are you're like, oh yeah, I have reindeer, obviously. Like period.
Duh.
She's a skier.
No. This is a prize. This is basically the trophy for winning the race, the first slalom race of the season in Finland every year. And it's one of these like iconic classic races that we do every year since well before my career. And the prize is you win a reindeer. So that's been a bunch of times that I've been back to Levy at the very minimum 9 times.
Oh my gosh. Well, the good thing about a reindeer prize is it can't roll out of a New York City taxi and break. But do they live all together in one pen? They're like, these are Mikaela's reindeer?
They live on a farm. They all come from the same farm, and they're with a bunch of other reindeer. There's like hundreds or maybe even thousands on this farm alone. And they'll venture out during the summertime. They'll just venture out into the wild of Finland and then return back in the winter, basically. And they just live there. And I've seen them. I've visited them, but I'm not like
An absent mother
caring for their pelts.
Yeah, right. You're not combing them.
I'm not overbearing, I like to let my children run free.
With the rest of your awards that are not living, do you display them all in one room? Like, where do you have them around your house?
They're kind of just scattered everywhere. And honestly, a lot of awards I will give to my coaches or my ski technicians or different people in the team. Or sometimes there's been a couple times where you have a really young fan that for whatever reason, you'll cross paths in the hotel lobby or something. And that can actually that's been a pretty fun connection over the years. If you see whoever it is, it's just oh, we just met. And this kid is oh my gosh, we just watched you race. And it's here, do you want this trophy? And they just go crazy.
Girl, what? That's amazing.
For these guys, not specifically the broken one, but for the ones that are Crystal is a big, medium. I don't know, that's a material that's used a lot for trophies, and those are they're just always beautiful. So I do like to display those because they're stunning as a home decor item as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so they're just kind of scattered. Yeah. Catches the light. Absolutely. And you can do a lot, you know, you can just, I don't know. It just like dresses up the house. I like to display the ones that I feel if I was at a home goods store, if I saw something, I'd be like, oh, I really like that. It's pretty. I want to buy it. Like some trophies are sort of that vibe. And those are the ones I like to display.
I like the idea of giving it to a young fan because then that is one less thing you have to travel with all your bags. We heard you bring like 40 skis with you for a competition. Is that true?
That is true, but thankfully I'm not traveling with all of the skis myself. My ski technicians from Atomic, which is the ski company, they will carry all the ski gear. And yeah, we do often like travel and fly kind of together, but they live in Austria. The Atomic factory is in Austria. So I'm not really tasked with traveling. It's like, it ends up being probably two skis per ski bag. So it's anywhere from 20 to 30 ski bags that we're traveling with any place. It's just those baggage charges are pretty big.
Yeah. And for people that don't know the sport, is it because you need a different ski for each type of condition, or like why such a variety?
Couple reasons. Throughout the season, every single time we ski, our ski technicians, and our being like all the athletes, this will be the same for everybody. Our ski technicians will tune the skis, and they take a file to the edges and they shave off the side of the edges. And so the edges get thinner, over the course of a year. So first of all, you can like run through a ski if you ski on it enough. So that's number one. So you'll have multiple pairs of basically the same exact, like a replica of the same ski with the different material construction inside and the side cut. And there's all these regulations around what the turn radius of the ski can be and all of these different like technical details. And then within those regulations, you can play around with, like, if you guys can imagine, you know, bending a ski, what does the ski bend more in the tip of the ski or the tail of the ski, or is it directly underfoot? And so they can like change where the radius of the ski comes into play and how that impacts a ski turn. Or maybe they'll use like an extra layer of some material within the construction of the ski, or a different kind of glue or a different kind of wood. So all of those things they can play with in order to change the character of a ski, which ideally makes it faster on certain conditions. So it's this whole like tinkering process of what's faster and what's more powerful. And we're doing the ski testing all the time. So that's why we have so many. They're different varieties of construction and materials and all of these things.
Do you have like a need for speed? Like, do you,
No.
when you get in a car, do you have to go fast?
Oh, I do drive pretty fast, actually. But I mean, I don't, but no, I actually don't. I'm not really like a fast I don't really like to go that fast unless I feel very secure with it, to be honest. If I feel
Unless
good
she's flying down a
about
mountain.
yeah. Well, if I've practiced it, like if I was to just jump into a downhill course this afternoon, I would be so slow. But if I got some practice at it and build up, then it's very enjoyable to ski fast or be going high speed. But like there are some sections driving from Denver to my house that I am probably going faster than I should.
Interesting.
A bit of a need for speed. Ilona with the hard-hitting journalism. I love that.
I just wonder. I always am so by these Winter Olympians and the sports you guys do. I know we were talking to a snowboarder, but I know my sport is crazy as well. But I just feel like you guys are also another level of. I'm not sure what it is. If it's cuckoo, if it's just living life on the edge.
A little bit of a screw loose in a lot of cases. But I mean, I would say that rugby, as far as like summer sports go, it's probably one of the
most
more
out of us.
cuckoo. Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
100%. Yes.
It's highly demanding. Yeah. I mean,
You can pull down.
I don't know.
all sports are demanding, but there's a little bit of a level of we need to replace some hardware in the brain sometimes.
Right.
Sure. Well, you're literally just coming off of your 6th World Cup and Milan Cortina. How are you feeling?
The Olympics were, it's like an indescribable journey. And I know that you have this experience with it, Ilona, but it's like hard to explain after 4 Olympics now how different every single one has been. And great experiences. My first one, I was so naive. I didn't really even know what to expect. And I only got a sense of the magnitude of it afterwards. After I was like paraded around with the gold medal, I was like, I don't even know what my own name is anymore. That was the first time that I really experienced that. And then the next one, it was like a little bit bittersweet because I won where I maybe wasn't necessarily expected to win, but then I didn't win where I was expected to win. And that sort of took a precedence over the success. And that was this like first time that I saw sort of the dark side of what the magnitude is and what people do expect, but people who are watching can't possibly see everything all the time. So it all led into Beijing, and then Beijing was a challenging experience. And then that all led to Cortina, where I was like, oh my gosh, we finally figured out that the Olympics are a vortex. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's like you're just in it and you're so thoroughly in it. And now that I'm on this side of it, I can't even really remember what happened. Like,
yeah,
there's like a couple moments that stand out, but otherwise it almost feels like it didn't happen.
How old were you at your first Olympics? Because I know for me, Mikaela Shiffrin is like a name I've known for years. It feels like since I was 10 years old, but I think you've just had such a career in it. You've been doing this for so long. Also, I think one of those who who's pioneered like femininity in sport, beauty in sport as well.
Thank you.
How old were you? I feel like you must be 45.
I was 18 in Sochi. So I'm 31 now. I just turned 31. It's crazy to think back on so many years of competing, actually now, because I still feel very young in some ways, but my body feels pretty ancient at times. No, I know. But thank you for saying that, because obviously coming from you, that means so much. And it's been so cool to see to see so many women and so many athletes and like athletics being really put up on a pedestal to be strong and to be like powerful and to have all of these different individual pieces of your life and your personality and to have it all be important and to all be celebrated. And it's been fun to be a part of that. It's certainly been fun to watch what you are all doing for women in sport and beyond.
Speaking of strength, we saw your back abs. What's happening with that? How are you doing this? Send me the workout routine.
It's so boring. This is so funny. My physical therapist, we were like diving into why that actually exists, because she's the one who took the video. She was like, okay, we're doing PT, and she's like, okay, I have to take a video of this because your back is just going off. It's going crazy. And so she takes a video, and I'm like, send that to me. It's going to go viral. And then eventually it went viral. I was like, I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it right now. Like, I think I have to be laying flat on the ground, face down, or on a table, and like laugh in a specific way. And then these crazy muscles start popping. It's
very cool.
Something.
I'm trying it later.
We're gonna have Ilona lay down. We're gonna have her laugh in a certain way.
So that's the position. So you have to like lay down flat, face down, and then like lift your head a little bit and see if that does anything. And then also just like face down and laugh and see what that does.
Okay.
Like a belly laugh. You have to engage your deep core, and then it's like they're a sign that your deep core is working.
I don't have that, but another unattainable beauty standard for women. Back abs.
Nice, Mikaela.
Don't trust me. They're already gone.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You've been competing for so long. How have you changed as an athlete in this time?
I have gone through quite a few phases over the years. Like when I mentioned Sochi and kind of going into Sochi a little bit naive, to what's possible as an athlete and as a female, that really was a springboard for my career, and to really be able to do this like as a profession, and to sort of see that like I could create financial stability through this sport as well. Cause I think especially with women's sports, that's like still a very big question in a lot of ways. And that started in my career pretty early. So that was all really exciting. But after Sochi, this started this period of time where, I guess expectations really climbed, like outside expectations. And I did not know really how to deal with that. Cause up until that point, I was always like, oh, I ski because I love it. I'm passionate. I just want to feel better turns, etc. And that was the first time. I remember one specific race where I did win, but I didn't win by as large of a margin as I had previously. And the whole press conference, the only question that I got, the only question that I got was whether I felt like my level was dropping. Like what did I do wrong in the off season to not be prepared to win by 2 seconds instead of 0.6 of a second? And that just threw me off. And it was like a 3-year period where I had a lot of performance anxiety, like nausea at the start gate, and a lot of things that were challenging to handle and navigate. But it's like, I guess there have been phases where I've grown through like accepting expectation, thinking a lot about those expectations, and then realizing that that's not what provides joy at all. And so working to push that aside and refocus on the simple act of skiing, maybe not simple, but just simply focusing on my skiing. And it always gets back to what I'm doing in my preparation, how hard I'm working, how much I'm focusing. So that's always like my guiding light. But there's just different phases of my career that's been like sort of the performance anxiety phase. And there's been like the, I literally don't give an F phase. And then there's, there's just been so much this lately. It's like last year. Okay. So last year I won my 100th World Cup race, and that was like that was never going to happen. That, this was just an impossibility in the sport. And that felt like it was a big highlight of the season. Aside from my injury, it was like, will 100 happen? And so that happened. And then all of a sudden, like, this was just built up so much. And then now all of a sudden it's like, oh, you have 110, like no big, whatever. We don't even care. It's just crazy how sport works and how you go through these phases. So I think, I've changed a lot. And I guess at this point in my life, I'm just sort of going with the flow, like see how long we can ride it, maybe.
That story about like, as a woman, you can never be enough. You won, but you didn't win by enough. It's like that. Huh? Yeah. That's the craziest thing to me. Do you work with a sports psych?
I work with a clinical psychologist. I have done work with a sports psychologist over the years, but sport was sort of where I felt the most secure in myself. I'm not like maybe the most outgoing or the most, like high self-esteem person outside of when I'm like in my skis and doing this thing that just feels like even if I'm not doing it well, it's just the thing that I know how to do, on good days and bad, this is what I know. Outside of that, it's, I've definitely grown into myself, but the sports psychologists always felt like they were more focused on the sports side and the performance side. And that was not really something that specifically needed to be fixed. I feel like it's more how I exist in life, how I want to be happy with myself and my family and the things that I'm doing outside of sport, and how I communicate with the people around me and boundary setting and those things, and grief. So I started talking with this clinical psychologist 4 years ago, actually. It was after Beijing, and it was inspired by sort of two parts, but a little bit by Beijing, and also really mainly because I hadn't even started to talk to anybody about my grief from my dad passing. and just to try to start unpacking things and understand what that even brought up. And now it's been 4 years and I'm like, you must be with me forever. And I want you to stay with me and hold my hand and never leave me.
Right. First them, then your fiance. It's all good. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
Do you do psychology or any sports psychology, or like how has that impacted you?
I use a lot of sports psychology. I don't know how you've been after any Olympics, but after Tokyo, I had very bad like post-Olympic blues and really was not okay. So then leading up to the Paris Games, I was with my sports psych constantly and was just preparing myself for the next Olympics, which is so crazy. And not like in our sports both, but in the world of the Olympics, that you have to train all for 4 years for this one moment. And then you have to train another 4 years for the next moment. So it was training for that. So I have a sports psych who I really like, Austrian guy, knows a lot. He just is quiet. And then he says something and you're like, shit, Peter, that was good.
Write that down.
Oh, I know
so
Peter.
Peter, Peter Halber, that's my dog.
I have worked with Peter. I know. Sorry. Yeah, absolutely. So great. Yes. That's so funny.
He's great.
Small world, but yes, absolutely.
The whole team he does the whole team, but he does individual. And even recently I was having trouble as well, like figuring out, because I'm taking some time off of sports, so like figuring out what my identity is, what actually makes me happy. And so I was going to him for that as well. And he's super great. And now I actually see another therapist as well to just hit every point. And then I go to my sister, I'm like, I don't need to talk to them. I'm fine this week.
And we're like, right. Get on Zoom.
Yeah, you should probably talk to them. My psychologist came to Cortina, and this was something we had planned from the summertime, because I had talked to Simone, and she's like, you have to, like, you absolutely have to have her there. And I was like, that seems kind of extravagant. Is it necessary? And then even as we were leading up to it, I was like, it would be really great for you to sort of clear your schedule and be on the same time zone. And like, I'm willing to do what's necessary to make this work. But, I don't know that I'm going to really need to talk to you, and just like be sort of waiting in the wings on standby just in case. You guys, she was like full time every day, all day while we were in Cortina. It was not what I expected. It was like the little things, and like obviously checking in the psychology side, but it was like continuing to keep the team communicating with each other as the pressure got higher and all of these things. But it was like she was helping with the broader team as well. So, you know, I wasn't like floodlight in a room, but
probably exciting for her. They don't get a lot of work trips. You know,
especially not in Cortina, Italy. she was like,
exactly.
I think she probably experienced this like post-Olympic blues even more than I did, because we had races right after. But was that better for you after Paris then? Like, do you feel that you had some tactics?
I mean, I had a lot of tactics. I think that probably the same as you. Before we play a game, we're in a tunnel, and the tunnel is where, you know, all your emotions are going, and you have to hone in again for your race. I have to hone in to get on the field. So I developed so many more tactics going into it, and my tactics kind of more became, I did my breathing, I did like conscious words. And then also I had to continue to repeat to myself that I wasn't alone out there, that I was a team sport, that I had other people who could help me. That was something I think that stuck with me from Tokyo, is like, oh, this is my fault. I missed this tackle. It's all messed up. But it was like, no, I'm out there with my team, and I just had to keep saying that mantra, and it worked. But I also won a medal in Paris, so that also can really help with that. But I know teammates of mine who was their first Olympics, Paris was their first Olympics, and they had post-Olympic blues because of how grand it was, how amazing it was, and then you go back to normal life.
There's a letdown. Yeah, absolutely. Can I ask you another question? This is my podcast now. You mentioned, like, you remind yourself you're not alone out there and you are part of the team. And that was really interesting, because team sports and individual sports are so drastically different in that way. Right. But we do have the team. You're just like not on the field of play with your team. But do you feel sometimes like added pressure or, any kind of difference now after Paris, and how much you have grown and like brought eyes to the sport and brought eyes to yourself and your family? Do you feel like an added level of isolation in that?
I think in some ways, like I played 15s rugby, which is different than 7s. But when I played in these 15s games, so many people were coming out just to see me. And so you're out there on a field with so many people, but you know that when whatever you do, they're especially watching your moves. So I do feel that added pressure, but then I also felt, oh, there's even more people on my team with me. But I do get embarrassed. I think I feel like I have to be perfect for people watching. I have to give them a good show now because I'm the reason they bought a ticket and come out to this game. And if I don't give them a good show, then are they going to come back to the next game? So there's definitely pressure. I'm figuring it out. I think it'll be interesting going back into Olympic prep and the pressure I'm going to feel in that because I haven't done the Olympic form rugby yet. So then people are going to be especially eyes on me. I haven't been in that setting. So we'll see how I hold up. Actually, I might need to number your clinical psychologist. She sounds great.
Yeah, send that along.
Send that along.
Adriana and I witnessed it happen, and what's happening to her is not normal. It's very cool, and she handles it so beautifully, but it's not a normal thing. So that's why her and I are here like, girl on board, let's talk to our therapist. Let's get on the line.
God, am I just getting therapist?
I don't know, let's just call our therapist maybe.
Absolutely. I know. I'm like, still, I'm like, do you have time? Could you talk? Can I text you? I'm so sorry. Do you have time for me? She's like,
that's
yes,
Ilona texting her gyno.
That's me and my gyno. I love texting my gyno.
She loves her gyno.
Just what if you call them up, you know?
I got to call her up.
We want to hear your love story. Real cool if that's it. We're all romantics. We read a lot of romance books, watch a lot of rom-coms. How did you meet your fiance? He is a Norwegian alpine skier.
He is. I met him at a ski camp, training camp in Chile. Gosh, it was probably like 10 years ago now, or maybe even more. And we sort of flirted a little bit, but at the time, like, I don't think either of us had partners, but it was like, I don't know, whatever. We were sort of messaging on Facebook. And then this was just like it was like a 6-year process. Yeah, because we've been together 4 years. Really slow burn where we like weren't talking and then we would try to talk. And I kind of rejected him, which now in hindsight is pretty clear. But at the time I thought I was being flirtatious.
Pray tell.
So we went to like a media day together for Atomic for a ski company. He skis on the same brand. And we were kind of the only two athletes at the media day the night before. Everybody else was living in Europe and they were all driving in on the day of. So we were eating dinner. It was Alex, me, my mom, and my agent. And we just had dinner together and we had a really nice time and whatnot. And then we all like, you know, went to our rooms and whatever, did the media day. And then the next day I left to go do another commitment and he was texting me. And he was like, so when do we get to have dinner? And I was like, we had dinner last night. And I really thought that was like sort of, you know, just like a little bit play hard to get kind of, but he was like, copy that. See you when I see you. And then wildly, he totally ghosted me. After that. And yeah, and I was like, that guy is not to be trusted. So it took a little while to build that back. It was just your standard mix up, little misunderstanding, that lasted like 6 years. And so when we finally did start actually officially communicating, it was during COVID. We weren't really allowed to see each other during that time. But I did, over this period of time, I did tell him, this was also after my dad passed away. So I was like, I'm not interested in love. I'm not interested in finding someone. I want to be with my family. If we're going to go travel on the skiing tour, I just don't really want to be not interested. But he had sent me a really kind, thoughtful message about basically like, if you, for some reason, need somebody to just listen, I'm a good listener. And I don't need to like be anything. You don't need to feel pressure. If it's like outside of family, if that's helpful, I don't know, just whatever. And I thought it was just the way he worded it was like, for whatever reason, it could have been 1,000 different messages, but the way that you said this makes me feel like, let's just see what you might say if we chatted. So that's sort of how it actually started, was during that COVID year when we were traveling racing. And I had to straight up tell him, because he kind of ghosted me again. Like, he was sort of in and out. And I was just like, I need you to know that I'm interested. Stop messing around. He's like, no, I'm not.
I love that, Mikaela.
That's literally Ilona's approach.
So good. No, it worked, because he doesn't mess around. Like, we have talked every single day since then.
Oh, can we see your ring?
Yeah, I did. Oh my God. Sorry. That's a little bit.
It's scrub
thick. So it looks, it's like all one piece, and he designed it. He had a really bad crash, ski crash a couple years ago in Switzerland in one of the World Cup races. And he was in the hospital for 8 weeks recovering. But during this time in the hospital, he was actually designing the ring.
Men just aren't designing rings from hospital beds
Idle
anymore.
hands.
They're just not doing that.
They just don't do it enough, and it shows. But he did it.
What the hell?
Yeah, he did it. He was like, I wanted it to match your other rings. You like thick rings. I know you like gold. He was really thoughtful with it, which was just adorable. I don't know.
It's amazing.
Anyway, that's my love story. Yeah.
Thank you for that. We needed that. That's going to keep us going for the next while.
We've learned a lot from this, actually, because we were just talking about ghosting and men not being great communicators, and I am under the impression we should give them grace. So now look, Olivia, give some men more grace, and then if you express interest, who knows what can happen.
The ones I'm talking to are not Norwegian skiers, so I will say that. So
well,
how about that?
I don't know.
Okay, so
what's our dating lives? Single.
Single.
But all dating.
Crickets around here,
but
babe.
Looking, yeah.
If you got anybody for us at all,
Put it in our
look me in the
DMs
eyes.
right now.
You let us know, okay? You look us up.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Ilona,
yes,
can I
Mikaela,
ask
ask me.
Can I
Tell
ask
me.
about your Sports Illustrated swimsuit experiences?
Of course.
Like, you seem to have so much fun. Like, how
Yeah.
easy was it to get into that zone to truly show your body in this way?
You haven't done it yet?
No, I haven't done it yet. And I'm like, I don't know.
Gosh. You don't know if you can do it?
Girl.
I would be so interested, but only because I've seen athletes like you doing this in a way that's like, wow, that's real. That's like that sport. I mean, it's not just sport. It's just like women's bodies is in a different way.
I will say the team's all great. Like, truly amazing. I don't think you'll ever feel sexier than when you're on a Sports Illustrated set or when you're at Swim Week with them. I think for me, it was like, I feel like it's my duty to show this body in all lights in a swimsuit for the girls. So, I had no problem with it. I also come from a family of, girls, and I have a mom who I always saw. So it was never like a crazy thing to see my body in that light.
Yeah.
But yeah, girl, you need to do that.
Clock in.
And I was there for Ilona's first shoot with them, and I was like, she's gonna be nervous. Like, we'll see. The way I could just see her drop into it and just start, and I was like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah,
it was crazy.
That's so awesome. Oh, cool.
That's
No
amazing.
hesitation.
She's another animal on set.
Mikaela, let's get into a game we like to call try hard. In rugby, a goal is called a try. So in this, you have to try to answer these questions as quickly as possible.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Let's see. You celebrated Olympic gold with an espresso martini. Is it your go-to cocktail now, or what is?
It is not. Does not help sleep. I will have it at some time, but doesn't help me sleep at all. So it needs to be like a 3 p.m. drink. Go-to is probably gin and tonic.
Okay.
With Monkey 47 specifically.
Hey.
Okay, very cool.
Okay.
What's your favorite Vermont mountain to ski?
I mean, I'm partial to Burke because I've spent so much time there, but Killington is also, actually maybe I'm partial to Killington. I've spent more time. Yeah, Killington is pretty special. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We've had really good
Vermont.
races there. It's fun.
I think when we met you in Germany for the first time, Adriana was talking about how Vermont just likes to claim you because you happened to ski there a couple times. Vermont's like, oh, she's from here.
Absolutely.
They're like, oh, she's ours.
Yeah, I claim both sides of the country. I claim everywhere. Now I claim Norway too. So
right.
you know, absolutely.
What is something in your house that's really special to you?
My bed. Yeah, it just is. And this year, like as I do get older, I mentioned that my body feels a little bit ancient. It's like if I sleep on a bad mattress, I'm like done for. Like absolutely kaput. And I have had several experiences with really tough mattresses this winter. And this is like a significant change from previously in my life. Like mattresses are always important, but my dad used to be like, make sure you get a good mattress because your body will thank you. And now I realize that every single time I do go home, immediately after I sleep in my own bed, I feel like a million times better. And my physical therapist notices too. She'll be like, what is going on with your back right now? And I'm like, the mattress is, I think it's bad. And she's like, all right, yep, we're going to have a little work cut out for us for the next week as we're staying at this.
Damn.
You know. Anyway, so mattress.
Yeah.
Coveted.
Good thing you're a Winter Olympian because those cardboard beds, man, your therapist would feel that. She'd feel that.
Yes, I actually purchased a mattress for Cortina.
Did you? Smart.
Good for you.
It was earlier in the season that I was really struggling, and I like purchased not a full mattress, but like a topper. But this thing is this thing is plush, and
There's
I'm
a lot
obsessed
on the
with
line.
it. Yeah, well,
good for you.
Specifically, like tension headaches in the morning. Nobody wants to be around me when I have that. So
Right.
I have one more for you before we close out. Do you have a quote or something that you live by? A mantra?
Be nice, think first, have fun. That's also something my parents sort of instilled in my brother and myself when we were growing up. And yeah, I guess it kind of speaks for itself, but like try to think about what you're doing, be thoughtful, be nice, be kind to people, and have fun with what you're doing. In that, like, learn to be passionate about the process of improvement.
Yeah.
I love that.
Love that. Well, thank you so much for coming over, Mikaela. Make sure you are following Mikaela on IG and TikTok at Mikaela Shiffrin. Give your reindeer a kiss from us. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mikaela.
Thank you so much.
Hope to see you soon.
Bye.
Enjoy
Yes.
New York.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming over to the House of Maher, a Wave original.
Be sure to watch, subscribe on YouTube, and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Plus, follow the show on social media at House of Maher for clips and behind-the-scenes content where you can find out if we know ball. So,
Do you?
see you there.
Because do you?
Do you know ball?